This is a standard level question to be done without a calculator. I rank it as quite an easy question, although there are a couple of pitfalls. The reason why I think it's quite easy is if you follow a couple of instructions, B, C and D become very, very easy. So if you want to have a chance to read it, and then when you finish reading them, pause, and I will start answering part A. Now part A, it's quite simply to copy and complete. 3/5, so 2/5, this is already done for you. If Quincy wins the first game, Paul wins the second as a sixth, so this becomes 5/6. Now that is enough to get you your marks. However, I do try and encourage my students to complete the ends of these tree diagrams. So this one and this one become and, so it becomes 6/15. Now I'm not going to simplify 6/15 at all. In fact, I'm going to do something else with it. 3 and 1, 3/15. Now the next one is 2/5 times a sixth, giving me 2/30, and 2 times 10/30. Now this is the bit that is the trick to doing the rest of the question. I like to have all of these over the same denominator, so I'm just going to double the numerator here and making sure they're all over 30. So this becomes 12/30, and this one becomes 6/30. Now they're all over 30, 18, 20, 30/30. Now this makes answering B, C and D ridiculously easy. So B, find the probability that Paul wins the first game and Quincy wins the second game. So Paul wins and Quincy wins 6/30. You could simplify it. There's probably no need. C. This is worth 4 marks. Find the probability that Quincy wins at least one game. Now that at least means that he could win 2. So let's just look at the outcomes here. Paul and Paul, that's no good. Paul wins, Quincy wins. Well, he wins one here. So I'm just going to give a little tick there. Quincy wins, Paul wins. Well, Quincy's won a game there as well. Quincy wins, Quincy wins. So we've got all of these. That's at least, even though he's won it twice. So I want to do this, or this, or this. And the rule for or is to add up. So I'm going to add these up to give me 8. And it gives me 18/30. Again, I'm not going to simplify. Now, the next one, worth 5 marks. Find the probability that Quincy wins the first game, given that he wins at least one game. Now, the given that is a big thing here. Given that he wins at least one game. So on the bottom, I'm going to put the probability that he wins one game. At least one game. Now, I've already done that here, so I'm going to put this probability on the bottom. And I'm going to go back to the top. Find the probability that Quincy wins the first game. Now, if we just look at these ones that we've ticked, that's the bottom, and I'm going to ignore this. So just these, where is Quincy winning the first game? Well, not here. But yes, he wins the first game here, and he wins the first game here. So I want these two, which is 12/30 on the top. This is the probability that he wins the first game. Now once I've done that, both of these are over 30, so they cancel off like that, and this gives me 12/18, which if I want to simplify it, gives me 2/3. So if you look at that, 5 marks for this, 4 marks for this, and these marks are made easy by completing the end of the tree diagram.